look around at everything that you don't like, and you can usually find something that makes it alright. Like, don't you hate it when your phone battery dies? But that's kinda good, it forces you to socialize. And you might not like your job, but you love making money. I'm afraid of bees, but I like the taste of honey. And mosquitoes, I'll admit, are overall shitty, but I'm trying to make a point here, so just stay with me. You may not like spiders, but they deserve your respect. They control the population of flies and other pests. A similar service is provided by bats, as well as by snakes, as they eat mice and rats. And speaking of rats, let's talk politicians. In theory, there are good ones who are trying to change the system. And no one likes taxes, but they serve important purposes, like how else would you pay for infrastructure and services? Let's say you get fired from your job, but now look at what you got. There's so much time off, now you are your own boss. Almost everything's got something good about it, but there's one thing that sucks no matter what. There's nothing good about cancer. It's about the worst thing there is. Almost everything's got a silver lining, but cancer is objectively shit. You can like cold weather and rainy days, and even country music can be okay. There's something good about almost everything, but cancer really sucks. Well, needles from the doctor are kinda scary, but like trips to the dentist, they can be necessary. And traffic jams can give you time to reflect, and angry people can be funny when their veins pop out their necks. Leeches suck, but that's not their fault. They're literally leeches, that's just how they evolved. And don't you hate paying for cover of clubs, but you're supporting the artist, or at least paying for his drugs. And I'm opposed to suicide, but that's how Hitler died, and I didn't like that guy, so it's okay sometimes. Almost everything's got something good about it, but there's one thing that sucks no matter what. I really, really, really don't like cancer. It's about the worst thing there is. Almost everything's got a silver lining, but cancer is objectively shit. My parents' divorce was kinda sad, but 2 Christmas dinners now ain't so bad. There's something good about almost everything, but cancer really sucks. And there are worse things, but they're also way less common. Like, war is pretty bad, but it happens not so often. And there's genocide and famine and earthquake and drought and swine flu and bird flu and I guess foot and mouth and racism and sexism and endemic poverty, oppression, suppression, repression, all forms of inequality and isolated stuff that's even more insane. Like, did you know they still have slavery in Mauritania? Yeah, Mauritania, still something like 600,000 people in slavery there. 20% of the population. Google it, it's crazy. But cancer affects people of all nations, all ages, all races, and every affiliation. Doesn't care about your business, politics, or religion, how much money you make a year, or the size of house you live in. It's in our boobs, and our balls, and our butts, and in our brains. It's in our blood, and our bones. It affects us all the same. Almost half of all people get some form of it someday, and 1 in 5 won't survive. So I say, really, really, really don't like cancer. It's about as bad as it gets. And if today was opposite day, then cancer would be the best. I really, really, really don't like cancer. It's about the worst thing there is. Almost everything's got a silver lining, but cancer is objectively shit. Apple products are expensive as hell, but in general they work pretty well. Sorry. There's something good about almost everything, but cancer really sucks.